Greetings. Welcome. Today we're looking at some very old art of mine, like very old, like on 2018, 2017, something like that. So a long time ago. So basically, at one point in my life, I really wanted to be a comic book artist, so I created this monstrosity. As you can see, it is about, let's go to the very last page. "212 pages. It took me like 3.5 years to finish. It was an interesting phase in my life. You feel me? Like I don't even know how I did this every single day, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Passionate. Anyway, so basically, this book is called Amulet Force. I'm gonna give you guys a little mini synopsis, and then I'm not gonna sit here and read this book to you guys. I'm sorry, we're not doing that because that would take 7 years, and I'm not doing it. Because my art was so fried back then too. But basically, this book is called Amulet Force, and it's about a group of me and my real life friends. We got superpowers basically. That's me. That's one of my really old friends. I don't talk to them anymore. Dylan, another Dylan, Ziad, Nikki, Brandon, and Zachary, and then me. Just doxed all of them. Good docs, guys. Basically, the plot of this book is a robot, like a tiny little robot from the future, crashes into one of my friends' backyards. And in this book, he's like a super genius or whatever. So he uses this robot to help with a science fair project, because also at the time in this book, we're all in middle school, because I made this when I was in middle school. And it went wrong and a giant explosion went off and we all got superpowers. Basically just stacked, like, I pretty much gave myself most broken powers. Like, I'm gonna put on screen now, like, what powers I had personally. I just made myself OP as shit. Like, when I was a kid, bro, I wanted to give myself whatever powers I wanted. So when I was writing this book, I was like, I'm gonna give myself whatever powers I want. You feel me? Like, I just stacked up my anything I thought was cool on television or in comic books or in any form of media that involves superpowers. I gave it to myself because I was like, why not? And then we have my homeboy Nikki. He was a speedster basically, so he gets all the speedster powers, like think like the Flash, Kid Flash, any speedster from like DC who is connected to the Speed Force. I basically grabbed that shit and put it in my book. So my continuity and my canon in this book, the Speed Force does exist. One of the two Dylans, he's basically just like, he has lightning powers and he can fly, super strength to a degree. Him and my other friend have some of the strongest super strength. So super strength, flight, lightning control, all that, whatever the fuck I put down the list. It's a long list of cool powers, right? And then my other homeboy Dylan, he also had flight, super strength, control of plasma, obviously being really smart, so he had a bunch of gadgets and stuff. Energy projection, like he can, pretty much OP. Pretty much everyone on this team is OP if you haven't seen like by now. But you can pause the video and look at these lists of powers I gave everyone, and you can understand how OP we were. And then we have my homeboy Ziad. Same thing, super strength, flight, but fire control, heat vision, solar absorption, basically Superman, but like minus the Superman powers. Like he can absorb solar energy and use it to like do crazy attacks and all this extra shit. And yeah, and then we have my homeboy Zachary, who basically, if you know who Vixen is or Beast Boy, he's mostly like Vixen because he uses like the animal spirit or whatever to conjure the powers or whatever. And he already had like base super strength, speed, agility, all that other stuff. So pretty much just another broken member of this team. And then we have my friend Brandon. He's basically Batman, like master of like every fighting style, whatever. He's normal. He's a human, the only human on our team. He got like normal. He doesn't have no powers, nothing. But like he can still beat our asses at this point because like he's just so high up there in like combat and all that stuff. So yeah, that's the rundown of the team and all our powers and stuff. Basically just the plot of this book is literally a bunch of middle schoolers get superpowers and we have to defend against some unseen crazy evil force. But yeah, this book is long as hell, and we're not gonna go through all of it. We're just gonna I'm skim through the pages. You can look if you want to. I'm not really gonna talk too much about it because it's just so much going on. Like, this is the panel where we get our powers, explosion goes off. And I had so many plans for this book, bro. Like, it was actually insane. Like, I had a whole universe written out. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make books part 1 and 2 and 3, make all this crazy stuff happen. Cause like, I don't know, I was a very creative little kid. I had all this stuff going on in my head, it was a good passion project. Like, the level of passion and work I put into this book is the same thing I put into my YouTube channel. So it's like, it's good to see where it came from, you know what I'm talking about? So I don't know if you noticed, but I gave myself anime hair. I don't know why. I was like low-key a bald little black boy back then. I wasn't bald, but like I had like the Miles Morales haircut. So like I don't know why I was giving myself anime hair. I guess I just really wanted anime hair. So, but yeah, basically we ended up going find our I think at this point we went to go find our amulets, which is low-key inspired by troll hunters. If you know, you know. But yeah, we all had these amulets that would like conjure our suits, kinda. This is a spaceship from Voltron. I basically ripped it from Voltron, Legendary Defender, and put it in my book. Don't even, I'm not gonna ask why. I told you guys if I like something, I put it in my book. Yeah, as you can see, every page is double-sided, bro. Every single one. Like, I remember I would get home from school and just sit down at my little drawing desk, whip this bad boy out, which I brought this bad boy to school too and worked on it there. And I would just sit and draw for hours, bro. Like, I'd just sit there and draw panels, bro, after panels, after panels, after panels, after page, after page, after page, and I would just go crazy. And even at school, I would whip this out and everyone would be like, oh my god, bro, this is insane. Like, to me, not looking at this is mediocre as shit, because like my art style is just so much better than it was then. But like, I guess to other like kids my age back in the day, I guess this would be kind of insane, because it's like, why the hell do you have like a 100 plus 200 plus page comic book and just bring it to school and work on it like it's nothing, bro? But I don't know. I've always been a grinder, I guess. So like, yeah. But yeah, basically the main villain of this book was, his name was Darkness. I know, very original, very not generic at all. He was literally just an entity of like darkness, and he sent this like army of like darkness soldiers, basically just like random video game bad guys that you can like one shot. And we basically were fighting them. This book is gory as hell. I just saw like somebody get stabbed to the fucking shoulder, bro. What? I don't remember that happening. That's interesting. But yeah, I'm just looking for cool panels at this point to show you guys. We were just basically pretty much half the rest of this book. We're at page 100 right now. It's just us fighting in a giant field, a bunch of darkness soldiers, and I gave everyone like enough screen time. You know, I was like, we'll get a couple of fight scenes here and there. So and so fighting so and so, and you know. Had to get everyone in there. I think this is like when we get our, yeah, this guy's like spawning like a Biju Dama or something. I don't know what that is. That's what it looks like. And then he tries to kill us with it, and yeah, this is one of my favorite panels. This is like the suits I designed for everyone. I think this is pretty cool. I used to be super like tough at designing like superhero suits and stuff, because I've been such a comic book nerd for half my entire existence. But yeah. Every time I look back at this, I realize how OP we were. Like the plot of this book is the only reason we struggled so much is because we didn't like know how to use our powers. Cause like at this point we had got our powers literally like what, I don't know, fucking the day before. So yeah, we like, my whole plan for this book was making us OP as shit. Like 3 books down the line, we're just gonna be like broken and like, what the hell? What is going on, bro? Sorry, it looks like my homeboy Ziad, who has fire powers, he gained a Karama cloak, like from Naruto, which would make sense because I was watching Naruto back then. Yeah, like he like powered up in this scene, and he literally has a chakra cloak on. That, sure, why not, bro? I just went crazy in this book. New the bow staff. It's really cool to look back on this and see like how my art styles evolved, and like I think I was making pretty cool stuff even when my art style was kind of mid. Because this is way before JAICEMATIONS, so like this is the art style I had right before JAICEMATIONS, and then I didn't draw for a while. Because like I said, I used to just work on this like all the time. And there's so much dialogue, bro, like so much dialogue, oh my god. Now that's insane, like what is that? I'm telling you, I used to be insane at designing like suits and like crazy shit like that. Like what is that, bro? That's tough. You got like a scepter or something? I don't know. He's saying chart. Nah, that dude look tough as hell, I'm not gonna lie. And I was also very good at like making people like battle damage. Like that's me right there. Suit's just fricked up, bro. No, I snapped on this, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I did my thing. But yeah, and maybe in another universe, guys, I made whatchamacallit, I made comic books, you know, who knows. Even though as a comic book artist you do not make a lot of money, even though those guys are some of the most talented people, like the artists and just everything. Some of those people are hella talented, they make no money. Look, the Voltron ship once again. guys, we're done. But I also have like a binder of old art that shows more about into like the universe I was trying to create this stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm keeping this stuff forever. Like obviously I'm going to keep this art and like this book too. I've had it for a long time. I'm going to keep this forever. This is the binder, the beautiful binder. Hold on. I'm gonna pull out the old cover because I used to revamp things like in this book too. Like when my art style would change or I get better, I would revamp it because it took me so long that literally my art style and my artwork would improve as I made this book. Made that shit redacted information. But yeah, this is the one of the first versions of the cover. So this says 2019 right there. It's decent. It's decent. Obviously, it's very uncentered because I had all the members and then no one in this gap, so it doesn't look like crazy good, but it's fine. Comparatively to the updated version, this one's definitely mid. Like, look at the version differences. The left one's obviously more insane. We got like, it looks more symmetrical, you can say. And we're like fighting the people on the cover, so it looks tough. And like the logo for Emily the Forest, I took an inspiration from like X-Men comic books. It looks tough. But yeah, that is my overhaul of my Emily the Forest really old comic book. This is really old art. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see me do more content like this on this channel and like look over old artwork or like even look into this more, because I have so much more stuff. Like, let me show you guys my binder. This thing is just, yeah, we have lots of other stuff I can look at. So if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more artwork from old artwork from me or even about the comic book stuff, like the video, hype the video, you know, show me love and support, and I got you guys. Bye.